Welcome one, welcome all to Android September Cup number 2. My name is Canifit, joined by Daedalus today for all the hot ESL action. Daedalus, we've got so many teams playing here today, it's honestly outrageous.
Oh yes, my dude, you know what? I'm just so excited to see so many good teams show up here today and show us that MC5 is a live and well community with all those well players.
So guys, let's take a quick look across at our bracket. We've got 14 teams playing here today, so
14?
that's a lot of peoples in one place. And our number 1 seed today is going to be Polish League, I presume, representing Poland. Polish Legion. I do apologise. We've got from Brazil, Ira Berserk, and oh, is that? I have to check which flag that is. I'm not really sure where they're from. They're from Spain. Oh, okay. Well, I'm really bad at doing flags. Diddlius, who else have we got on the card?
Oh, you know what? Sorry, I was actually texting the admin, so I didn't quite see where did we end up. 7 Edisons?
The end.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? We do have the end, and they will be representing Peru. They're going to go up against, I believe that might be a team called Dark Syndicate.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, well, below them, it's going to be 7 Edisons from France going up against Huawei from the international, or they are an international squad. It's going to be Shadow and Spetsnaz coming in from the side of Mexico, and Shadow from Iran.
Well, there we've got Dignity Esports representing Germany, and they'll be going up against the Infected in their first round, before we have, of course, a double Mexico header, as I believe that's Oasis against Sinister Nation. And Daedalus, who's our number 2 seed today?
Mason. And they're from Turkey.
So our feature match, as we go back up the bracket a little bit, 7 Deadly Sins against Huawei, our opening match of the day. As you can see, they'll be going up against the winner of the End and Dark Syndicate. Guys, as you can see, we've got loads of matches in the first round. We'll be bringing you at least one match from each round as we make our way through the competition to eventually end up in the grand final. That's where they're all heading for later on. That's where you can get the prizes, but there's a lot of bodies in your way before you get there.
Oh, absolutely, Counterfeit. You have to go through everyone in order to get to that grand final, but it all does begin in the start of this tournament. And round that start is going to be round of 16th.
So guys, if we can, and I'm not guaranteeing by any means that this is actually possible, we'll try and sneak in a community game before this one starts. If the ESL match does come live, we'll have to switch across there, so get in here as quick as you can if you are on Android. ESL 123, all English language global chat, all will get you in here, and then of course we'll get today's competition officially underway. The teams today competing for their share of 7,000 credits, 5,000 the first, 2,000 the second. But these weekly competitions also leading on to the monthly finals as well.
Well, and if you get to the monthly final, you're going to play against every single team that have qualified as well. That's going to be all the good teams, all the teams that are doing well in these tournaments, the teams that continually get to the top. So the monthly finals, they are the cream of the cream.
Absolutely, for sure. You know, particularly on iOS, which at the moment has got those cash prizes coming in. I definitely recommend you guys. We're looking for teams for iOS Red, iOS Blue. You can win yourself $100 or €100 for winning those competitions, and absolutely no entry costs whatsoever. Game loss, supporting the competitive scene. Really want to see you guys along there, taking advantage, taking their money, and doing a runner. Well, I suppose doing a runner. If you make it to the monthly finals, of course, as Steelers was saying, the prizes go up dramatically. So we hope to see you there. I'll be there a little later on today, and then tomorrow as well, we'll have iOS competition to follow on. PC next week. So any of you PC players who are streaming today, or joining the stream today, we hope that you'll come along and see us for that one.
Now, kind of it, I do believe that our first matchup of today will be 7 Deadly Sins going up against Huawei. Our admin, Danny W, currently trying to get a hold of that encounter so that we can show you guys how 7 Deadly Sins are going to fare against Huawei.
Yeah, should be an absolutely excellent opening match. Both teams have been around for a while. Abadich, Chowdhury, if you'd like to join ESL competition, in fact, if anyone would like to join ESL competition, the link has been dropped in the chat to the official ESL page. If you've got a team, you can go and sign up right now for future tournaments. Sign up has officially closed for Android today, but we will be back on Android in 2 weeks' time as well. So you've got plenty of time to put a team together. Maybe head across to the ESL Discord, link also provided, discord.gg/ESL Modern Combat. Find yourselves some players to play with and form a super team, the like of which has never been seen. Thelis, if you were going to make a super team today, what would your super team name be?
Ooh, well, you know, I really like the good old Deedless Dynamites.
I think that's a solid choice. Alright, we've got enough people to start this one off. Let's get it rolling.
And now I think we have a passkey actually.
Well, perfect timing. So we can leave you guys playing this, and anyone who wants to join in can still use the passkey ESL123. We've got attend to business. Daniel Musex, I'm afraid you are just too late to enter the tournament today, but you are in extremely good time to join the future tournament in a couple of weeks. Make sure your team is up and ready. Make sure you get into those top 2 and claim yourselves those credits. Alright, that game is started, and we'll be on our way to our official first ESL game momentarily. So, Deedless, where are the teams who are going to be competing in our opening ESL official match? Where do they hail from?
Well, 7 Deadly Sins, they are from France, Counterfeit. We've seen them around. They played in all the September Cups so far. They played in the August Cups as well. And they did participate in the May-June finals. But they sometimes have some good results, and they also have some bad results as well. Here today, they're coming in as the 13th highest seed. But the last 2 tournaments that they participated in, they've managed to get within top 3. So we are expecting a lot of good things from them here today. Though when they did participate in the monthly finals, they only got to top 5. Huawei, on the other hand, they are an international squad. They won the last week's tournament, coming in as the 4th seeded here today, but they also have some swinging results, seeing as how they did place 6th and 15th in respectively the last monthly final and the last August Cup.
Honestly, I'd be fascinated to see how these guys go here, because at this stage of the tournament, in fact, well, no, this isn't a round-robin tournament, this is a knockout tournament, so both of these teams will have the chance to get further in the tournament or to get knocked out in the very first round. Honestly, these are some pretty big heavy hitters to run into right away. I'm honestly, it feels like a shame to lose one of them, especially if Huawei goes down here. Last time they played, they won the entire tournament, taking out Japan. The 7 Deadly Sins who they're playing here now, Ira, Berserk, and Shadow along the way.
Yeah, well, you know what, Counterfeit, I absolutely agree with you that it would be a shame to lose one of these teams here to begin with, but one of them will have to go out. And you know what? I will be joining up that lobby shortly. Just getting in there right now, so I can also have some fun spectating this game.
So if you notice down in the bottom right of the screen for Huawei, Lizo has been their star player along with Shinsuke, who's up in the top right. So those are the 2 players to watch from the Huawei team for the 7 Deadly Sins.
Ooh, Counterfeit, you might want to join up into spectate.
Oh no, what a rookie mistake. But yes,
well, sometimes you do have to make rookie mistakes in order to recognize them, man.
For the 7 Deadly Sins team, Eska, who you can see in the top left, has been one of the high scorers before. I'm going to try and find I realise now that I'm researching the 7 Deadly Sins, looking at some of the games which they hadn't won. But if we look back at the last game against Huawei, then it was ultimately Psycho, who I presume is Psych here, who went 14-8, and Day Zero got 14 kills as well. It's alright. I don't know. 7 Deadly Sins, I think they did manage to take a game off of Huawei last time they played, and it was Psych and Day Zero who did most of the work. So we look to them again to be pulling in the big numbers if the Sins are going to survive.
Oh, absolutely counterfeit. In the chat, Bishal, YouTube saying 7 Deadly Sins full dirty play. But you know what, Bishal? Sometimes you do have to come out with those guerrilla tricks, that guerrilla warfare kind of style in order to really fare well in these MC5 community matches, or even in the MC5 tournaments.
Yeah, guys, let us know if you're a supporter or a detractor of 7 Deadly Sins or Huawei. If you've got a strong opinion, we want to hear it. If you can use emojis to express that opinion, then we doubly want to hear it. If you've got, if you can rate things ghosts out of 5, then you're Hero Gaming Simon, and we love you the best.
Ghost out of 5.
Yeah, it's like a scale. It's like, is it 1 spoop or a full 5 spoops?
I don't think I've ever heard of that. How often do you use that? Is that like a regular thing in the UK?
I mean, it's a regular thing on stream, but it's easy to miss. That's what's going on. Hero Gamer Simon and I, we've got secret communication. For any of you guys who are confused who we're talking about here, Hero Gamer Simon, our moderator. Don't think he's here today, but in most of these streams, giving up his free time along with our admins to give you guys a fantastic tournament, a fantastic stream. So please, show them some love. Danny Music X, the tournament has just started, so I'm afraid you must have just missed it. But you can, I believe you can already sign up for next week's, the tournament in a couple of weeks' time. So there's no reason to miss out on that one. And again, I hope that you will be able to come along. Apologies for your missing out this time round, but we are about to get started. Our first official ESL game of the day.
So let's go, Counterfeit. It's going to be on the streets here to begin with. 7 Deadly Sins of the Huawei. Who do you think is going to take it?
I mean, my head's telling me Huawei. They've got themselves some extremely good players, but the Sins, if they can win this game against Huawei, they have beaten one of the toughest competitors in the tournament in the first round. I think beyond that, they're almost guaranteed a deep run into this tournament, if not a finals place.
But that's your head, Counterfeit. What does your heart tell you? You should always follow your heart. Haven't you watched enough Disney movies to know that?
Oh man. Well, my heart's telling me that it's going to be a bloodbath. Because that's all a heart really wants.
Yeah, well, I don't think I can.
So, if we're looking towards Day Zero here, last time Huawei played, and the 7 Deadly Sins won, Day Zero was their best performing member, along with Psycho in close second place, and that will be, oh no, it won't be backed up, as that first trade does not go in their favor. Huawei pick up that first kill, though they're only flirting with control of the center.
Day Zero does come in and trying to look for that kill. Does not grab it and ends up being a bloodbath as Huawei picks up 4 kills and 7 Deadly Sins pick up 3 within the first 1 minute. Huawei, they are starting to get some control over that middle, but 7 Deadly Sins, they continue to just funnel all their members into that middle settlement. They're not going to give up the control of that. If you give up that middle house, you're just going to give up the entire control of the map. It is so important to have control of that middle house in the streets.
Yeah, that currently the control of that center is with the 7 Deadly Sins, with Day Zero doing some great work with the Hauser to control that middle. Huawei though, they're managing to pick off these individual kills as the Black comes to charge in, trades themselves across. It's still extremely even, and so far this opening round is living up to expectations.
Oh yes, I love what we're seeing, kind of it. 7 deadly sins. Even though they got control over that mid, they recognize that it doesn't really make sense for them to try and hold that, because while they're figuring out ways to flank around them, to group up as 2 or 3 members, and still take them down. So 7 deadly sins, they try to create a new strategy for themselves, and it seems to be working. They're going into these fights one after one after one alone and try to create these solo fights against Huawei.
Shinsuke managed to grab one, but I think the diminished numbers of Huawei is really hurting them here, going 4 versus 5. When it comes through a straight up brawl, surely the Sins have to come out on top.
Oh yes, but Counterfeit, if you take a look over at the entire, the stats of this game right now, it does look like 7 deadly sins are coming out on top in terms of that military support. Getting airstrikes, getting bombers in does give you a bit more oomph to work with, so that you can keep that control for yourself.
I mean, so much of this game riding on the shoulders of Day Zero has been fantastic so far. And you notice as well, bringing the reloader core in with them to enable much better center control. Throw down that med pack right in the middle, and you've got an almost guaranteed stronghold where nearly your entire team is not just getting healed up, but also fighting harder as well.
But Counterfeit, they're not out of the woods yet. 7 deadly sins, only ahead by 3 kills. That's far from enough, and with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go, 7 deadly sins, they've only just crossed that halfway mark, and Huawei, they're catching up.
Hero Gaming Summer, welcome to stream, as well as Gladiator Games. Hero Gaming, we were just talking about you before you arrived. 7 deadly sins, though, they're seemingly able to give a not more than a good fight, an extremely good brawl to potential winners. Huawei won the last taunt they played in, so they are definitely a favorite for today, currently behind.
But it's only by 3 kills, Counterfeit, and 7 deadly sins, they're still yet to reach 40 kills, but it's getting closer, and 7 deadly sins, they could be the victors here of the first map. After this one, we're going to go to Vantage, and if we do get a third map, we're going to go to Construction Side. I would love to see Construction Side between these two teams, because right now, this could surely be a grand final worthy game. These two teams, they're so evenly matched, and they're really just giving it their all.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, Day Zero has been picking up more deaths as time goes along, going in all guns blazing. But you're right, this is as close as we could even hope for a finals to be. Both teams clawing at each other all the way up towards the end. That trade does go in the favor of Huawei. It's looking like the black is the one who's stepping up for Huawei in these crucial final moments.
But the black has died a lot as well. Goes down for the 11th time, Counterfeit, and now 7 deadly sins, they're only 1 kill behind. This could be Huawei making that comeback, but 7 deadly sins, they're not giving up, and it's equal, Counterfeit, 44 to 44.
The Buyers going to go up those stairs, face off against Day Zero. If they get the takedown, and they can, this puts Huawei back in control of the center, if only for a moment. JD is there with the shield, with Near C in backup, but they haven't got the same caliber play. The huge fight on the top. 7 deadly sins come out on top, and they will secure that first game of the stream and the tournament.
Even though they got so close to falling behind and giving up that lead, Counterfeit, 7 deadly sins, they keep themselves calm and they make that comeback.
Wow, I'm honestly so incredibly impressed. We had Day Zero and Near C. Man, Near C actually performing better than Day Zero by the end of it. We're kind of worried for Day Zero that they picked up so many deaths towards the end of the game. That never happened for Near. They quietly picked up 15 kills, only giving over 6 deaths.
Important stuff, Counterfeit, to see all of these players do so well. Huawei, they need to find a way to limit the amount of kills that they give over to the opponents in the next game, because they gave up way too many kills. And it could have been a way cleaner game for them if they didn't do so.
Alright guys, we're going to see if we can sneak it into another community game before this next official ESL match starts. Though once we do get more underway, we'll have to take proper breaks between games. Between every series, though, we will do our very best to get you guys back out onto stream once again. So, ESL 1, 2, 3, come along and join. Perhaps in this next game, we'll get to see some familiar performances. See if we can see the next Nier showing up. I don't know, Felix, I feel like we're in the area that maybe Huawei could be a surprise knockout in the first round.
Well, it might just happen, Counterfeit. If we have anything to go for from that game, it might just happen, but it will be close and they're not going to go out without a fight. 7 Deadly Sins, they do need to keep all their momentum up.
Guys, come and join us. Show your worthiness to join a team of your own. She said if you want to play in any form of ESL competition, having a game on file to show that you're amongst the best is such a effective tool in getting access to those top tier teams. You know, it can be a long journey going from team to team, or if you can sharpen these custom games, absolutely murderize everyone, maybe you'll be able to get your foot in the door and, you know, jump over several hurdles on your way to esports stardom.
Well, hell, you might even end up playing for 7 Deadly Sins or for Huawei.
Yeah. Oh man, just imagine, dealers, just imagine if Huawei go from winning a tournament last time they played to potentially getting knocked out in the first round of the following tournament. Why, that's the craziest darn thing I ever heard.
Well, it might just happen, Counterfeit. It might just happen for someone lucky in the near future. But you know what, guys, if you want to play and you want to get that head start into esports, the platform is Android, the passkey is ESL 1, 2, 3, and the map Overtime.
So, Gladiator Games are 24-hour hero. Currently in the YouTube chat. Gladiator, have you got any upcoming events which you'd like people to know about? Daniel Quintanar, yes, everything is being done on Android today. We'll be on iOS later and tomorrow, and on PC next week. Darn it! Alright, looks like we've got our next ESL match before we've been able to get enough people to start the game. So, alright guys, we will come back. If the series is over by the end of this next game, we will put up a community game for you guys to play in. If not, then we'll just try and get straight into game number 3. For now though guys, we'll take ourselves a very small break while we do get set up for this next game 2, where we will let to see 7 Deadly Sins or Huawei, potentially seeing Huawei knocked out in the first round. We'll see you guys in a few minutes time. We're back. Huawei and 7 Deadly Sins. This could be not just a chance for the 7 Deadly Sins to take revenge, but also to humble Huawei, as they could be taken from tournament winners to first round knockout if Huawei lose this game.
Yeah, perhaps 7 Deadly Sins, they're gonna show Huawei how it's done right here. At least so far, 7 Deadly Sins, they're up by 1 game. Now, I'd love to see 7 Deadly Sins play as smart as they did in game number 1, where they go for all these small skirmishes, and well, so far, they're showing us that they are pretty damn smart, finding an entire wipe on Huawei just within the first 30 seconds.
Absolutely incredible. I don't think I've really seen that before. The Sins and Day Zero in particular started out extremely well this last time round. Now Psych, Eska, Noblox, pretty much everybody on the 7 Deadly Sins performing extremely well as Day Zero just goes charging up. And Huawei already rocked to their cause from the very opening moment.
7 Deadly Sins, only 1 minute has been played, Counterfeit. They still need to try and get more for control of this game. They're only up by 6 kills, and I say only with like quote-unquote surrounded, because you know what? 7 Deadly Sins, they are far up, but I'd like to see them control the game more. I'd like to see them get control over this map so that they can just slowly choke Huawei out of this game instead of trading blows for blows.
Yeah, right now it seems to be that face-to-face brawling between Huawei and 7 Deadly Sins. I mean, yeah, when you've got that 5-kill advantage from the very start of the game, I guess the Sins are more than happy to take up Huawei on their proposal of just fling themselves at each other and trade kills all the way up towards the end of the game, when the Sins will presumably just win if those trades go even the whole way through.
7 Deadly Sins, they are beyond deadly. They're getting so many headshots in this game. And with all those headshots, it does mean that they limit the amount of time that they are exposed against Huawei, and thus limit the amount of time that they can be taken down.
Only 2 minutes done, 7 Deadly Sins up to 22. Psych putting that Bramson to great use, though switching across to the Golden Cog V because, hey, who could resist? An incredible start for them. They maintain that 5-kill lead from earlier on. Huawei, they're still up for the fight. I'm just waiting to see Huawei close that gap if they can.
Yeah, but it is slowly slipping away from 7 Deadly Sins. They're not exactly in like the best control Counterfeit of this game. They keep giving over kills to Huawei. They keep making it close. So I'd like to see 7 Deadly Sins try and perhaps group up, change some things up, stop going at Huawei so damn aggressively, because right now it's not working out. You've just completely thrown away your lead from around like 7 or 8 kills down to 1.
Yeah, Huawei, they know they have got their backs against the wall. They cannot afford to give this game across or they are out of the tournament immediately. This could be a 3-game series. If the Sins manage to hold on, it will not be. I'm impressed by Huawei managed to catch up after that disastrous start. That takes a lot of tenacity as a team to not give in when you're facing down such a big lead.
Well, you're absolutely right, Counterfeit. Huawei, they show the same qualities as 7 Deadly Sins had in game number 1. Now, you know what? Counterfeit, this could be Huawei actually making this comeback. We said they could go out in the first round. It is still a possibility. It is still very, very close. But 7 Deadly Sins, they're being forced to fight for this.
The Blacks stealing away the Hauser there to go forward and put down that heavy firepower. Let's look at the numbers. It is Lizo Training and Pixelato, number 3 and number 4 for the Huawei team, who've been getting those numbers in to bring themselves back into the game. Near does get the takeout there. Excuse me. There we go. Apologies for that. A little bit of hiccup of mine. The Sins behind by 3, exactly where Huawei were before they fought their way back in.
38 to 40 Counterfeit. 7 Deadly Sins that just need 2 kills to make this comeback, but out of nowhere, Psych manages to give some kills up to 7 deadly sins, but it's Huawei that pulls ahead now by 4 kills. 45 to 41. Huawei, they just need a bit more to make this stick, but 7 deadly sins, they're not too far behind.
Day 0, not as impressive in this round number 2, but Psych has been going off, absolutely eviscerating each member of the Huawei team as they come across them. On the other side, though, we're still looking for Pixelato and Lizo, both doing incredible stuff. The lead taken by the Sins. They're on top for now. One last chance to make it right.
2 more kills. 1 more kill for 7 deadly sins will do it, kind of fit. Who's gonna get it? Will Huawei actually make this comeback, or will 7 deadly sins get that final kill? Lizo moving up, pulls out that cockpit, but Pixelito is able to get a kill. So now it's gonna come down to the very last one. But Psych, of course, it's Psych that's able to get that last kill for 7 deadly sins.
That was honestly incredible stuff, and it's happened. The Sins, they get their revenge. They knock out previous tournament winners Huawei in the first round, and yes, it is Psych matching Pixelato, even surpassing Pixelato on the opposing team. Only 7 deaths to Pixelato's 11. Extremely impressive stuff from the Recon player there. And that means, yep, the Sins move forward and Huawei are dropped from the tournament.
Kind of it. That was such a good series. It was back and forth. They were never giving up on the side of Huawei. But 7 deadly sins, they just pull through, and with the with such a strong player as Psych, it just means that they end up winning.
All right, guys, let's get ourselves a community match while we wait for our next ESL match to arrive. Use the passkey ESL 123. Come and show us what you are made of, and hopefully show us a Psych or Day 0 or even a near worthy performance. Honestly, the Sins just performing out of their minds there. I think they felt like an extremely motivated team playing for not just revenge but for their tournament lives.
Well, kind of it. Now we do have to look forward, and 7 deadly sins, they're going to move up into the quarterfinal. They might meet at the end, then being representing Peru, and then that will be that's Dark Syndicate. They could also meet. One of those teams will move into the quarterfinal, but we're still waiting on confirmation on which teams will be moving up.
So yeah, guys, do come and join us. It'll be a little bit before our next ESL game. So what we'll do is we'll let you guys play during the break while we sort that next ESL game out with our wonderful admins. As an update on the bracket, Dignity Esports from Germany have moved forward with a default win. Of course, number 1 and number 2 seeds, Polish Legion and Mason, representing Turkey, have got their default buys through the opening round. So they'll be awaiting their first round opponents coming up soon.
But if you guys want to play on the stream, ESL 1, 2, or 3, and the platform is going to be on the Android. You can see that we already have players such as Gladiator Games and eRoll ready to play, and we will be getting on, or we will be starting it very, very soon. You can, of course, join up during the game, so don't hesitate to come and play.
Alright, I think we've got enough people to start off with. Though the players, well, they might have stacked the teams a little bit, so wait until they at least make some kind of effort to even those out before we get things started today.
Have you never seen Gladiator Games play? That guy is amazing, so I wouldn't say that that was unfair at all.
Well, you make a good point. And if you happen to be a Spanish language MC5 fan, definitely check out Gladiator Games channel. Before did a 24-hour charity live stream playing MC5, so I think we've got every reason to expect them to perform very well. We'll get things started. We'll catch you guys on the other side of the break, and we'll have more ESL action or perhaps more community games on the other side of this game. Hello, 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 everybody. Ooh, that looked like a little bit one-sided. Who was it? Lauren and PTI, I guess? Jeez, all that work, dealers. All that work trying to make a balanced game, and that's where we end up. For shame. For shame.
Alrighty then, man.
So guys, we are waiting on our next ESL game to come through, so while we do, please do come and join us on stream with the passkey ESL123. All of the ESL style rules, tier 7 weapons, tier 3 armor, all that good stuff. Come and show us what you're made of in this upcoming free-for-all. Gladiator Pose OP. I hope you guys will come and join. Ah, Gladiator apparently got disconnected. That's too bad. We will rely on you to carry the blue team, Gladiator.
Has any... Or have any of the teams moved up yet? No, we're still waiting to see some teams move up, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. So yes, we'll we'll start moving things faster as we go along, as the teams do get knocked out. I mean, we've already seen while we're hitting the dirt on number 4 seeded teams, so we're fully in the area of expecting to be surprised throughout today's play. A quick check into Polish Legion, our number 1 seeded team from Poland, I think. Yes, headed up by Giras. They'll be turning up a little later on, no doubt. But we'll see how things go. If we get some more surprises as we go. I don't know if we've got any other direct tournament winners we'll be seeing play immediately. But once we get towards the semi-final and grand final stages, we'll start to see those experienced teams, or the teams that slew them, coming to the fore.
Are you going to play a game of Battle Royale today, Counterfeit?
I'm not sure my Android one has it. Though we could always set up a community one if there's loads and loads of people, which we really need to be like, overflowing games for that to be possible. Then we can try for Battle Royale. Ricardo, welcome. And Tukaraz. Gladius is going to drink coffee. Sombo YouTube, welcome to the stream. Dealers, do you have a particular brand of coffee? Well, not a particular brand, I suppose, but a particular kind of coffee you would drink if you were to drink such a thing?
No, I'm more of a tea guy.
In that case, the same question, but for tea.
Oh, I really enjoy like citrus teas, like lemon, stuff like that. I really enjoy that as well. Like I enjoy that in general.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure if like I think that's the one I always go back to.
What is it you like about citrusy teas then?
They taste well. You asked, man.
Enver MC5, the Plague Doctor armor is not free or not playable in the taunts because it has an extra core slot and better stats than all of the other tier 3 armor. So I have made Redu aware of that since when I spoke to him last, I don't think he quite realised that was the case. Obviously, he's a community manager rather than game designing, but he's going to have a word and see what, if anything, will be tweaked around to get that Plague Doctor a bit more on par with all of the other armors, and hopefully then we'll be able to see it in ESL competition.
Yeah. Crossing my fingers, Counterfeit, crossing my fingers, but only time will tell if that's going to be a possibility. But you know what? For now, we can just enjoy this free-for-all. See who's going to come out on top.
Well, let me know what you think, because so if we're going to discuss the Plague Doctor a little bit further, the point of contention was that the Plague Doctor not only has better, I think it has very slightly worse bullet resistance, like 2%, but it has slightly better explosive resistance. Like, it's not a major thing, but it's like, it's at least on par defense-wise with all the other tier 3s. But it also has an extra core slot. So that's why it's not getting played in ESL, because it's just you know, defense-wise it's on par, but core-wise it's just better. Like, there's no real trade-off there. So, I mean, my thought, which is obviously, you know, entirely my thought, and is not reflective of what Gameloft are thinking or what they might even do, is that, yeah, if you're going to have a third claw slot, rather than the 2 you get for Werewolf or other tier 3 armors, you need to kind of trade off protection for that, rather than, you know, have the same kind of protection. So that's the route I would hope to go down. I don't know what you think about that, if you think that's a good way to go, or if they should just, you know, everyone should be wearing Plague Doctor.
No, I completely agree with you, Confit. I do think that would be like, your suggestion would be a good way of balancing the game, and balancing that certain aspect of the game, rather.
Oh, what dear Rami? If you're having any problems with any kind of aspects of the game, you know, things not working as they should, you're saying that you've got a crate that you're trying to open, or a box you're trying to open, you're not getting what you expect from it. I'm afraid we're not developers, we don't know anything about that kind of stuff, but you can talk to support.gameloft.com. That's Gameloft Customer Care, and they should be able to help you out. Yes, very sorry about that. Hopefully they'll know what the answer is, and can maybe tell you, you know, if it's just a bit of bad luck you're running into, or if there's something else you need to do. Bartloo MC5, can the man's doctor get free Series 3? What are you talking about, Bartu MC5? Best of luck with you.
I'm confused as well.
So guys, do come and join us if you're on Android, ESL 1, 2, 3. Let's fill up these games. Let's show everyone it's not just the ESL Android teams that turn out in force, but all of you guys as well. As it looks like one of our Japanese players with the hot pink shred is doing extremely well. I believe that I gotta try and remember actually. Did the support get a buff? I cannot recall, but it certainly seems like it's been very successful recently.
I can't quite remember, kind of it, but perhaps it's just you seeing more of the support now, and you then remembering it more. I think that might just be a case of that.
It's true. I do hold the support in great regard. The Shred and the Hauser, I mean, yeah, they can do extraordinarily good stuff. We saw Day Zero just destroying people with that Hauser before. Bartloo MC5, could you rephrase your question? Because we're not sure what it is you're asking. Though we don't have any, you know, anything to really give away here if you're asking for some kind of giveaway. Let's see. So we got. If anyone can read that top player's name, please do tell us, because rightly we've got no idea.
Well, we could just call them top player.
I guess so. But where's the fun in that, huh?
Well, you could call them upper player then. Instead of top then, because, you know, up is top as well. Or, I'm not sure where I'm going, but
I'm not either.
Let's just call them blah blah blah.
Blah la 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 la.
Exactly.
What a beautiful name.
Well, do you want to have it, Peter? You can have it for free.
Can I?
Yeah. That's because you're my friend.
Aw. Well, thank you.
Well, you don't need to thank me. I do it for free.
Oh gosh. Alright guys, we're coming to the end of this first game. So we're starting up another one. If you let us know what game type, what map you'd like to see played, we'll of course take your suggestions from the chat to inform, otherwise we'll just choose things ourselves. So if you want a particular map, let us know. If you want a particular game mode, let us know. If you want a particular game mode on a particular map, why, I guess you could do that as well, you outrageous person. Pack currently in the lead with 15 kills. Not too shabby. It's actually an extremely competitive free-for-all for just the 5 people left playing in. Very small spread of kills, only 3 kills separating the top and bottom players. So, Congratulations to all playing here today. You've impressed me, certainly. How about you, Deedless?
Confid, you know, I feel like impressing you isn't the hardest thing in the world.
What? You take that back.
You've been impressed by me multiple times, man. I think that kind of tells you everything.
Oh, man. Why is... Are you not a person who should be impressive?
Actually, I'm gonna take that back, because I think the most times that you've been impressed by me has been when I've been playing Battle Royale. And I actually play a really mean Battle Royale on PC. So I think that would be fair to then say that you've been impressed by me then.
I think that's reasonable. I know you've put in some pretty good showings of Battle Royale, as we've got ourselves a draw at the end of this free-for-all. That doesn't happen very often. Goes to show how incredibly close it has been. So, Pack, I think, just getting ahead, maybe slightly too late. But this is anyone's free-for-all. I think it might be Nicki Minaj's, who they may be behind, but they're coming into the fight after it started, which is usually the best time to come to a fight.
That's true. You always want to come into a fight when everyone else is occupied. Because then it just makes it so much easier to take people down when they're not focusing on you.
Alright guys, last few seconds coming in. We're waiting on our updated results. I think we're going to have a... Actually, we might have our first match between Mason and Oasis down at the bottom of the bracket. Polish Legion are currently going up against one of the Spanish squads as well. We'll set up another community game, but we'll talk to our admins in the intervening time to check what's going on. We might well switch onto our first quarter-final of the day. 14 teams taking part in today's action. We're already seeing multiple teams knocked out of the competition already. So, Deedless, where should we go for this break team battle?
Let's go to construction side.
Let's do it. Military support, there you go, there you go. Let's get going. Funny dancing. I'm afraid we're not admins, we are just humble commentators. If you need to talk to an admin, then please do file a ticket through the ESL page. You don't need to be competing, you can just file a generalized ticket and it will go to them. Our primary admin today is Danny W, so there's a good chance you'll end up speaking to them if you've got any questions. Currently, yes, if you look at the bracket, it does look like Huawei have been put through against 7 Deadly Sins, so presumably there was an admin decision involved on that one, which means Huawei will be going up against Dark Syndicate coming up. Black Zone, welcome, welcome. And Mobile Games TV. All of you guys are welcome to come in and join this quick community break game before we get into that next round of ESL.
And kind of it, you know what, the next round of ESL will be the quarterfinals, so things are starting to heat up for some of these teams, and for a team like, for a team like, let's say, the Polish Legion, they are coming in as the first seed, so they kind of need to show us what they're made of, and they need to start showing us that here in the quarterfinals. If they fall in the quarterfinals, that would be quite disappointing for a team that's coming in as the first seed.
Alright, Nicki Minaj from the last free-for-all. Welcome, welcome. We'll see if we can grab just one more person to get this break game started. We have got a match coming up. So guys, we'll let you play for now, but we'll be attending to business. We'll catch you guys in a few minutes' time with our next ESL match. For now, enjoy, and we'll see you shortly. Holla holla everybody, it's time to get into quarterfinal action. So Huawei, after an admin decision, have been put through to the next round. They preserve their record from last time round, now going up against Dark Syndicate in the second round of ESL competition.
And now you know what, Counterfeit, I am excited to see Huawei move forward nevertheless. 7 Deadly Sins and Huawei, it was such a good matchup, and honestly, I'm sure Huawei, they can live up to the legacy of the 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah, I mean, it was even though it ultimately ended up being a 2-0 performance, Huawei did extremely well. Dark Syndicate, though, they are doing very well themselves in this opening play. It seems like Huawei's early game kind of fall down a little bit, as already 3 kills to the Dark Syndicate and nothing back from Huawei at all.
Well, it is a good start for Dark Syndicate. I like what they're running as well, Counterfeit. They're not running that many snipers. They're taking the fight to Huawei, and with those cockbees, those assault rifles, they can still contest from far away. Though, it's going to be a little less one-shot, one-kill-ish than those snipers that Huawei they are running for themselves.
Looking like Syndicate, after having a very strong start to the game, Huawei is starting to bring the fight to them. The Black with 2 kills. Shinsuke leading the charge into that central bunker, the hangar, which the entirety of Dark Syndicate are occupying right now, and trying to pull them out. The Black grabs 2 kills from the other side. Dark Syndicate could be in real trouble.
And now Huawei, they're coming up here and grabbing that lead, 9-6. This is not something that I expected after seeing the start from Dark Syndicate, just how strong they were looking, but it's actually not going to be the case for them right here. They're not going to get that lead, but actually Ryan, out of nowhere, picks up kills left, right, and well, obviously in the center as well. Gives Dark Syndicate a bit more hope to work with. 6-3. Is it going to be enough? At least now Ryan is putting the hope back into Dark Syndicate's own hands.
Yeah, I think Ryan making great use of that bounty hunter and the ERG sniper rifle you can see here. I think the reason they got killed last time was they were so busy trying to throw more military support out onto the battlefield. They weren't able to defend themselves. Dark Syndicate, they are behind right now, but they started out extremely well. We'll see if they can keep using that military support to find their way back into the game.
But you know what? Getting back into the game, Counterfeit, also begins with getting kills against Huawei. And Huawei, right. Oh, my tongue is twisting on me. Huawei right now are getting way more kills than Dark Syndicate. That's what I want to say. Counterfeit, take it away before my tongue trips again.
Yeah, well, Dark Syndicate, they are falling down a little bit themselves as we head towards the midway part. Huawei keep building onto that lead. They're managing to avoid getting hit by that Dark Syndicate military support. We saw them scatter there to avoid the airstrike. And if there's a partial hit on any of the Huawei members, they're not taking enough incidental damage from Dark Syndicate to actually get taken out by, you know, the tail end of a bombing run or airstrike. Kachan and Papoon, the team currently, it's only actually Ryan, who we saw before with the excellent military support, who's maintaining a positive kill-death record on the squad. For Huawei, all but one of their members have at least as many kills as deaths. So I think Huawei are on the right path to take one step closer to the semi-finals. Black laying down the firepower from long range while Pixelato moves up in front. Shinsuke grabbing a couple more kills for themselves, while Papoon does at least get one back in. Dark Syndicate, though, they're starting to get totally run over in the latter part of this game. Syndicate, they are getting just a couple of kills in, but they are so far behind. Unemployed grabs 2 before falling, but Monarch and the rest of Huawei, they are so far ahead. Shinsuke one of the more prominent members of Huawei, and performing extraordinarily well. Notice as well, rocking the rate of fire core on the ERG to be able to get that extra shot out a little bit faster. Of course, these bolt action sniper rifles, or at least semi-automatic sniper rifles in this case, if you miss that first shot, can be very punishing. If you've got that rate of fire increase, maybe you'll be able to find that one last shot to get the kill. Certainly working out pretty damn well here. Shinsuke, Pixelato, and to a lesser extent the Black, all performing extremely well. Ryan definitely going to get an honourable mention for the Dark Syndicate squad, but for everything else it's just falling to pieces. Kachan in particular having a tough showing of things. Shinsuke, Pixelato, and the Black who we're looking at the moment, all performing admirably. Well, wait. When Dark Syndicate starting things off with the early advantage, I thought maybe we might be seeing a repeat of the previous game. Right now, though, it's looking like it's going to be Huawei all the way. 16 kills ahead. They find themselves their first semi-final point. And Dark Syndicate, whew, they started well, but they fell to pieces under that unrelenting pressure. There we go, Shinsuke, Pixelato, and the Black. 8-3 is actually a pretty good record. And by the end of it, yep, nothing going for Dark Syndicate. Definitely recognizing Ryan for that very well utilized military support, but for the rest of the squad, they just could not keep up. Guys, we will be back momentarily with our next ESL game, so stay tuned. Huawei and Dark Syndicate, our first quarterfinal of the day, coming up momentarily. Kablamo! We return to see Huawei and Dark Syndicate clash once more in our quarterfinal match. After a fantastic game against 7 Deadly Sins, this is for a place in the semi-finals, and right now, Huawei are looking extremely good.
Yep, and you know what, Counterfeit? Dark Syndicate had such a good start to game number 1 in the last game. Sorry, in game number 1. But right now, they kind of fell apart running into the mid game and into the late game. So now Dark Syndicate, they need to change things up, but they're going to fall prey to Huawei in the quarterfinals. And you know what? Dark Syndicate, they are, after all, coming in as some okay favorites and some okay underdogs. They did manage to take down the 4th seeded teams. So, like, the difference between Huawei and Dark Syndicate shouldn't be that big.
The early game, this time around, being very even, but now it is going to be Huawei who are able to use that military support to really put the boot home to Dark Syndicate rather than the other way round. Last time we remember Ryan able to do some fantastic stuff with some chain military support, just striking it down again and again. Of course, what the Bounty Hunter does extremely well is make sure those skies are filled up with as many bombers and airstrikes as possible. Martian, up the hill. We'll be taking some damage from Fun Employed from the back. Still, though, in the lead now for Huawei.
But Huawei, it's a very risky lead that they have, Counterfeit. Only 3 kills right now. And if you take a look at all the stats, everything is more or less going in favor of Dark Syndicate. They have the most assists, the most, or nearly most military support. So, like, they are doing quite all right for themselves. They are keeping up with Huawei at the very least. But Huawei seems to just have a bit more momentum going for themselves right now and are still in the lead.
It's not as crushing as it has been before for Huawei as they look to establish themselves as a team that can take a tournament once again. Dark Syndicate, they are putting up a pretty fierce fight in this second game. We see a lot of the fighting is taking place in a close quarters. Unemployed grabs another. Currently the best performing player in the game is on Dark Syndicate, even while they are behind.
You cannot carry on your own, Counterfeit, in MC5. We've seen that time and time again. So someone like Unemployed needs the rest of their team to help them so that they can carry this entire game. You need to build a foundation around Unemployed, and right now, Unemployed looking to hire a few builders.
Unemployed does get taken out by Pixelato. Their opposite number, almost identical scorelines between Unemployed and Pixelato on their respective squads. Yes, when you look at the rest of the team, it's nowhere near close. Pixelato will be respawning in, though. A chance for Dark Syndicate to get some damage done, while Pixelato works their way from the top left of the map. Actually gets cut down before they're able to really do any damage.
Kachan moving downstairs, but no one from Huawei are there. Huawei standing on the other side of this map. They're only 2 kills ahead, so like they need to now look for those crossfires and they need to hold this position because they're falling behind. Actually, they've just lost the lead. Now it's back, but still, Huawei, they are throwing this away, Counterfeit. This could be their game, but right now, Dark Syndicate, they're making them work for it.
I'm really impressed by what we're seeing from Dark Syndicate here. After how disastrously that first game went, it's real tough to keep your team focused and motivated for game number 2, but not only are they being competitive, they're actually managing to pull back the lead with 3 minutes left on the clock. This could turn out to be just as close as our opening bout.
41 to 39, 42 to 40, 33 to 40. Huawei finding those late game kills now, and they're starting to cement this for themselves. But Dark Syndicate, they have 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. They can still make this all about them. But out of nowhere, the Black finds 2 kills with that airstrike, and suddenly this might just be done and dusted with Huawei only needing 3 more kills.
It's been real impressive what Dark Syndicate have managed to make up for between game number 1 and game number 2. Certainly, it's the way you want to go out if you're going to go out. It's an 8-kill difference while we move forward, but oh boy, Dark Syndicate in that game too, they gave them one hell of a run for their money.
They absolutely did counterfeit, and Dark Syndicate, I'm sorry, but they're going to move out here in this quarterfinal. But they did give it a run for their money, and now in the semifinal, Huawei are going to meet up against a Spanish team with Chinese letters, and I have no clue what their name is. Let me put that through Translate. It is Dragon Man.
Hey, Dragon Man.
Okay, well, I'm sure it's probably more like Dragon Men, seeing as how they have multiple people there.
I like to think that they're led by a Dragon Man. Perhaps who does what a dragon can.
To be a man?
Yeah, in today's economy. Guys, we want you in for an ESL rules custom game, so do come and join us. ESL 123 on Android. We're heading to the rooftops, and I hope that you'll come and join us. Sheriff Gaming, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. I believe Sheriff Gaming ERG is only banned for which platform was it for? I can't quite remember. But actually, Sheriff Game, I'll have a quick check and see. I know that it's different between the different platforms. So ERG is the kind of the confusing gun. It's not listed as being banned out on Android at least. So I presume it's just banned on maybe PC. Maybe someone else could confirm that for us. But let's get this game started. Fanny Dancing, Wakanda Silver, and Black Zone. I hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah, welcome to the stream, Black Zone. Oh, Hero Gamer Simon, thank you for helping our, I would assume that's Spanish-speaking viewers out by telling them the pass key.
Yeah, I'll give that another try as well. So the pass key to the game will be ESL 123, la clave del juego será ESL 123. I still don't know. I still don't know if that's actually understandable to anybody, but I hope so. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying.
Well, I think you're doing a mighty fine job.
Well, thank you for saying so. Alright, guys. So it looks like Discord is back up and working once again. So hope you guys will make your way across the ESL Discord if you haven't already. Let's get a few more folks in here to get this rooftop battle started. Black Zone, you're drinking a coffee. Ah, Black Zone, you and your coffee. Honestly, I'm amazed that someone can drink that much.
Why do you always pronounce it coffee?
It's like from New York. You see,
but you're from not from New York.
I could be though. It's aspirational.
You're not even from York.
That's true, not even from old York. Alien MC5 is in the chat. Quick! Everyone, we need your alien emojis to keep that extraterrestrial invasion. Distract them with your alien emojis, and perhaps they'll leave us alone. Ooh.
All
so ferocious. Oh gosh! So many! It's like an alien palooza. Hey, Ryan MC5.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to give you guys an update, and you ladies, of course. Next match is coming up very soon. Our admin Danny W currently working on it. Right now, it's probably going to be Dragon Man versus Huawei. That's the upper semifinal. That's ready. The lower semifinal is not quite ready yet. That will either be Shadow versus Shadow or Dignity Esports moving up, and they will be facing either Mason or a team with some letters I can't read coming from Mexico.
Baron Samdi, welcome to the stream. We're just starting our community game right now, ESL 123. If you're on Android, we'll be back shortly with that next ESL game. For now, enjoy, and we'll be back with you as soon as we possibly can. Hello, hello, hello. We're into the semi-final stages already as Dragon Man face up against Huawei. Of course, we've been following Huawei from the start of the competition. Now, we see if they can make it back to the finals once again. And see, there's been some debate in the chat about whether or not Android players can match up against iOS players. And we'll know, well, until that server merge happens, we will not know for sure. Right now, all we can see is the quality of games the Android players have against each other. Certainly from the start, 7 Deadly Sins gave that against Huawei. Now let's see what they've got for us as we head into those later stages. Of course, the finals, it's usually where we expect to see the hottest level of competition. But semi-finals, where we are right now, that might just provide the same as well. And there's a decent chance in today's tournament we're going to get to show you the lower semi-finals as well, since that side of the bracket is running a little bit behind. So both semi-finals might well be viewable, at least in part. First minute down, and Huawei, they're looking pretty decent, but LEG over for the Dragon Man comp, doing some pretty gnarly stuff as well. That's even that. So Dragon Man representing Spain and coming in as our number 8 seeds there. I don't think we know too much about Dragon Man as a team.
Well, they might be like Fury on fire. They might have like a very deadly breath.
Oh, that's true.
Scales as hard as diamond.
Ooh.
They might be a hobbit's worst enemy, or worst enemy rather.
Oh gosh.
I'm not a hobbit, of course. Like, I'm actually a pretty tall guy.
Mm-hmm.
Though I do think you're taller than me.
I don't know. I like to think I'm more hobbity than everyone.
Sure.
Hairy feet. It's what's you know, it's what everybody likes.
I do have hairy feet.
There you go. I hope
Don't everyone have that?
I hope nothing gets stuck in your feet in the same way that Dragon Man are getting stuck into Huawei here. 3 kills ahead. And if Huawei, they've got hairy feet, those feet might well be on fire already.
Yeah, you know what, man? Dragon Man, they come in and say, we're not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with us. And they do take the fight to Huawei. But Huawei could potentially go all the way here today, but they are losing a member, so they're dropping like flies, so they're not exactly giving themselves the best scenario to move all the way up to the grand final.
Antonio Trinity, how do you play? I've dropped links in the chat. There's a link to the ESL page if you've got a team, and the ESL Discord. If you do not, there's a recruitment channel there to find your friends. Huawei falling behind here against a relatively unknown Dragon Man team, or Dragon Men? I don't know. I'm going to go with the direct translation and assume that it's just one dragon playing with all 4 claws and a tail.
Honestly, you know what? I would not trust Google Translate on this one, because when I translated it, and I'm pretty sure it was like Chinese letters, it said, translate this from Dutch. And I was like, mate? So yeah, I wouldn't trust it, but it's probably Dragon Men more than anything.
We've got 3 minutes and 10 left to find the answer to the conundrum, which is the blue team's name, as well as how they are doing so extraordinarily well here. Currently controlling the center of the map entirely. Huawei struggling to find their way back in. Huawei operating with only a 4-person unit. And they're only just getting over the halfway mark to done, as Dragon Man crests the 40, up to 41 already. This could be a very quick game 1 of the semis.
Oh yes, it might just be Dragon Man taking this entire game to Huawei, and they're throwing everything at them. Kind of it. Huawei, they might not even be able to stand on 2 legs after this game.
2 legs, and sweeping them from under them are the Dragon Man squad so far. Of course, we did see that first game that, well, the Huawei can do comebacks in this series. We certainly know that is the case. But right now, Dragon Man, they're only 2 away from finishing this off. They've done their work extremely quickly. 2 minutes left on the clock. You see their number 4 player there with an extraordinary record and a very short stay in the semi-final game 1 for Huawei.
Now, Huawei lost this game with 16 kills to spare. Counterfeit, that's not something you see every single day. Huawei, they've been completely slaughtering every single team that we've seen them go up against here today. And honestly, if they are to fall to Dragon Man this way, I would be very surprised, and I would honestly think that Dragon Man could be the winners of this tournament for sure.
I mean, yeah, if we see more than we saw there, LEG up at the top, but with 2 matching players, 3 13-kill performances in that last game. That's honestly pretty eye-watering. Guys, we have got to get to game number 2 as soon as possible. Dragon Man, they take the first one. Dragon Man, Dragon Men, Dragon of Peoples from all across the globe. We will be back momentarily. Enjoy some kill cam footage, and we'll be back with you soon. Welcome back, buddies. We are going to set ourselves up with a community game because our ESL matches are still a little way off. Come and join us, ESL 123 on Android, Ricardo, and all our other friendos. Oops, I've left myself playing somewhere. Where have I gone?
What have you done now, Counterfeit?
I don't even know anymore. I think I left. Oh, that's right. I left my YouTube open so I can hear myself talking. Honestly, I sounded great.
I like the sound of my voice as well.
Yeah, that time round, I was into it. Ah, right. MC5. Ryan used the gyroscope. I have tried using the gyroscope myself. I don't know what you guys think about it as an alternative control method on mobile. It seemed kind of weird, but it did feel like something that could be pretty good once you got the hang of it, because you have to, physically move it around. I think what it was is that you didn't like fully aim with it. What you would do is you use it to tweak your aim really slightly. So if you kind of aimed at something like, oh man, I'm slightly off, you would just, you just very quickly move the tablet to adjust your aim. So it was really, really good for sniping with, though it wasn't supposed to be like the main way you operated. It was just like a way to tweak around. As Danny was saying, there's a good chance we might be able to bring you guys the lower semi-final as and when it does take place. Mason currently awaiting their opponents down there. Dignity Esports.
We have a pass key.
Oh, well, forget about this one then. I believe we're getting back to the previous series between Dragonman and Huawei.
Should be. It's not quite up yet. I'll let you know once I can see the lobby.
Alright, sorry about that, guys.
You could go for... Does Battle Royale work for you on Android, or was that not the case?
I don't believe so at the moment, but sorry guys, we'll have the ESL game momentarily.
Cheers.
So guys, if this next game goes any way like the previous game between Dragonman and Huawei went, then it's going to be a short semi-final. Certainly a big surprise to see Huawei thrown around quite like they were there. Deedless, given what we saw last time around, I think it was a 14 or 16 kill advantage. I don't know if Huawei come back into this one.
Okay, Counterfeit. There's a new pass key, and the lobby's up. Yeah, man, I completely agree with you. Huawei looked kind of lackluster in that game. I think that if they really want to make that comeback, they need to try something else, because Dragonman, I think it's not even that they had anything particularly interesting going on. They were just better than Huawei. And I think for Huawei, they need to rethink how they play this game, or else they will fall prey to their opponents if they can't change up the way that they play the game.
Apun Muna Tripathi, you are legit Bros Productions, but your brother changed the user ID. Oh no! I thought that was a pretty good brand you had there. Legit Bros. Well, I hope... Well, do you think you're going to change your name back, or is it kind of, is that on a timer? Oh, but yes, guys, let us know. Huawei, they come into the second game. Again, Huawei did win out a previous competition. They're again being threatened with elimination, much as they did before. We'll have to see what ends up happening. The last game, though, Dragonman just absolutely roasted them, and only one game away from taking the place of Huawei, who are otherwise, our expected team to make it through to the finals.
I think roasting them is perhaps a bit too, like... I think that's not the appropriate word, Counterfeit. I think what really happened was that Huawei inspired the inner serial killer of Dragonman.
Oh, jeez.
I think that's really what happened.
I'm not sure where you're going here, but it sounds like something which I don't want to get down that road. Oh boy.
I'm just saying that they were brutal and took them down. Gave them no chance.
Alright, well, there we go. Apun, you're not going to change username again? Alright, well, I'll try my best to remember that you were the former legit bras. Will Huawei be the former legit team to win the competition? I don't know. LEG, the only player whose name we can actually read from that team, because neither of us unfortunately speak Japanese, so I'm hoping to work on that. Taking those Japanese classes. I'll get there, guys. I'll get there.
Should I start calling you Senpai Hardnoodle then?
Maybe.
Or Senpai Counterfeit?
Oh. Either one is fine. I prefer Counterfeit somehow. Let's get it on.
I'm not that well known in like Japanese culture and the Japanese language either, but how about I call you Mr. Samurai?
Mr. Samurai? I don't really consider myself a samurai though.
Well, have you never watched like a really old samurai movie?
I feel like I should have, but I don't know if I have. Anyway. Dragon Man,
Well,
they're the new samurais on the block.
yeah, well, you know what? They are about as deadly as those old samurais in those very old samurai movies. And Counterfeit, I could definitely recommend that you watch one or two. But for now, let's watch this MC5 game, because honestly, I'm sure this will be as entertaining.
For sure. All 5 members of Dragon Man taking a kill from themselves in the opening exchange of Gunfire. Lizo, one of the top players for the Huawei squad, trying to work their way around the side. Of course, it's LEG. We'll be looking out for the head dragon. So far, performing extremely well in this series and doing pretty well in this game too.
But Dragman aren't exactly getting as big as lead, as big a lead. That's what I'm trying to say here in game number 2 as they had in game number 1. That was amazing. What they had right there was just out of this world. But now Dragon Man are starting to find someone who can actually fight back against them. Huawei, 10 kills right now compared to the 8 of Dragon Man.
I think the pressure has started to make itself apparent to the Huawei squad. We've seen before that when under pressure, they do come together as a squad, and while that wasn't enough to get them past the 7 deadly sins, they have managed to stay in the competition because of an admin decision. A couple of minutes left, a couple of minutes in rather. And we're starting to see the Dragons roaring again. They win out that last trade decisively, and now they're back in control.
Huawei, they do find that open spot beneath the dragon's armor for a short while, but all they do is enrage that dragon. Now Dragonman has come online. Dragonman are taking down Huawei. They're finding themselves a 5-kill lead so far. 4 minutes and 35 seconds left to go. Dragonman still in the lead, and you know what? Someone like LEG currently putting in so much work for Dragonman.
LEG doing extraordinary stuff. The Black, though, fighting back from the other side of the equation, gets 2 in a row. Make that 3. The comeback could be here for Huawei to catch up with Dragon Man and maybe take back this game too. They have to win this one out here. They can't afford to go for and take another 2-0 loss.
Oh, they absolutely can, because then they will be out, Counterfeit. If they do so, that will be the end of their run. And you know what, while Dragonman aren't exactly finding huge leads, and while they aren't exactly the best individual players like someone like the Black, one thing they're doing well is working together as a squad. Right now, they're sitting quite far up in terms of amounts of assists that they've been getting for themselves compared to the ones of Huawei. So if Huawei, they want to start winning over Dragonman, they need to start working together.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Because we don't see the assists on the scoreboard, sometimes we can miss how much of these kills are down to the team working together as Huawei respawn right in the center of the map. They're already trying to fight their way out of what could be a complete death trap. While some of them escape out, not everybody. Players to watch definitely going to be, let's see, who is that? That's the number 2 player for Dragon Man. 12 kills so far. A recon with a stolen golden cog V, putting in some serious work.
Now time is running out here for Huawei. They're finding themselves down by 5 kills, Counterfeit. And Dragonman, they're getting awfully close to 40 kills. 10 more kills from 40. They will have won this game. And you know what? That means they will have won this series 2-0.
Martian, though, is part of the Huawei team trying to fight their way back into this series. 5 kills separated as LEG grabs another. It's still more brawling in the center. The ace player of Dragon Man falling back on the far left-hand flank will manage to hold the line, though, against multiple people. Dragon Man, they've crested 40.
Huawei just shy of 5 kills behind Dragon Man. They have 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to do this, but they need to start relying on the black, and unfortunately, they go down. Dragon Man, they're finding kills all over the place, Counterfeit, and honestly, they need 4 more kills. Huawei, they need 10. This is going to be Dragon Man's game unless Huawei, they find a miracle out of nowhere, and LG comes in, says no.
Yeah, fantastic play from LEG, slamming into the flank. Charge forward from that number 2 player. Trying to drop down those ERG shots. Lozo stays up for now, but LEG is the one who steps into the breach, locks down those final couple of kills, and it may be a better performance for Huawei, but it's not enough to take the wings of the Dragon Man.
Dragon Man gonna move into the grand final. We're not quite sure who they are going to be facing quite yet, Counterfeit, but I like their playstyle. It's not flashy, but it gets things done. And the way that they work together simply just screams to me that they have found a very effective way of playing MC5.
Extremely impressive stuff. So guys, we are opening up the stream to all of y'all once again. ESL123, if you are on Android, come and join us. Show us your best side. Show us your Hauser. Show us your...
Bowser.
Bowser?
Yeah, well, like show us your skills as a gigantic turtle. I don't know, man.
You've just revealed the secret next class. Big turtle guy.
Oh no.
How alarming. Guys, come and join us. Show us what you're capable of. Show us that you are worthy to be a hero in a half shell. You see, it took me a really long time to get that from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, what a half shell even was, but they don't have the... Like, the underside of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is soft, I think, rather than hard, so that's why it's a half shell rather than a full shell. At least that's my understanding.
Isn't a hard shell just, like, a shell that's hard?
No, it's a half shell, not a hard shell.
Oh, a half shell. What's a half shell?
That's what I've just been explaining.
Oh, sorry. I was like, I actually like I have a hard time picturing stuff if I don't like understand what you're talking about. So like a half shell is just what, like a shell that's in half.
Well, I'm gonna have a quick Google. Yeah, it's basically... So normally, I believe that the shell goes all the way around a turtle. So it's got a top and a bottom of it.
I can confirm. I actually have a turtle shell lying in my... on my... what's it called? On my shelf.
Oh. I... Did that originally belong to a turtle? What happened to this turtle?
I believe it died.
Aww. Man. What a sad times. Well, you could always make those into 2 half shells and go as cosplaying as a very tiny ninja turtle.
Yeah, well, have you ever owned a Ninja Turtle, Counterfeit?
I don't think so. No. How about you?
I have not.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I think. I'm not sure. Is it unfortunate? It probably is. Manga
YouTube, you like some music? I think we're going to accommodate that. We're just setting up for a break game at the moment. We'll be playing music during that break. I suppose we can just play it now as well. So guys, excitingly, we're going to be getting in some new music, hopefully fairly soon. So myself and Douglas are going to have a bit of a dig through the old music archive and see what we can get. If you guys would like any particular genres of music, do let us know in the chat. We'll do our best to see what we can find in that particular one. it's probably going to be roughly the same kind of stuff that we've got at the moment. But yeah, I think we're going to have a little bit of flexibility. Now, Dealers, what's your musical taste? What kind of music do you think you'll be looking for when we have a dig through for your stuff?
Well, I'm kind of taking like a liking to indie rock and R&B.
Okay.
But I usually like listen to jazz as well, and rock is something that I can listen to as well.
I think that's totally fair. Mango YouTube, I do agree. Everyone do install MC5 and play Squad Battle, but before you do that, come and join our community game, ESL 123. We've got Zalazar. Let's find them a few more friendos to smash some folks with.
Yep, ESL 123 platform is Android, and guys, this might just be our last game of today. Actually, I think it's going to be our last game of today, because apparently we already have Dignity Esports sitting in the grand final. Though I will ask our admin to confirm that.
Pasky ESL 123. La clave de juego será ESL 123. Come and join us, everyone, for what will potentially be our last community game of the day. We will, of course, try and fit another one in if we can, but this is the only one we're guaranteed to have as long as we can get enough folks in here to get this game started. So we will start with a minimum of 4 to make sure the game keeps going. But yes, the contraseña or clave de juego será ESL 123. ESL 123. Nicki Minaj, welcome back. Let's make sure we've got everybody added up. Yeah, we've already got you. Zalazar, grab you as well. Just one more. I don't know if we'll do a quick translate on what the Japanese viewers are saying. Let's see. Translate from Japanese to English. Okay, they're just talking about the teams that are playing. Alright, Alkaline J, if you come and join up, there we are. Alright, so this is our last guaranteed community game of the stream. So I hope you guys enjoy. We'll catch you in a few minutes' time. Our grand finals is coming up. Best of 5 action for all the marbles. Friends, we return. We got ourselves a little bit of delay on the grand finals starting, so come and join us live on stream in ESL 123, this free-for-all on the construction site. As we rate today's tournament, 3 aliens out of 5. I'm not sure if aliens stuck around.
I'm so confused about your metrics or your system of like calculations.
It's an exciting new opportunity to measure things in spooky areas. I don't know if, well, Douglas, did you follow the whole Area 51 thing recently?
Yes.
That was a little underwhelming, wasn't it?
It was. So, what's your point?
Hey, Wonder Brass, welcome to the stream. Honestly, I think well, I mean, it's the alien connection, really. I'm kind of glad it sort of turned out to be just... It was one of those things that people got really excited about before it happened, and then, you know, it was kind of obvious nothing was going to actually happen. And I'm kind of glad that it did play out that way, because I think if people had tried to do anything more than that, it would have probably ended quite badly. I wonder, Brass, Nicki Minaj, were you at Area 51? Did you go for the cookout? I don't, from what I remember, actually, there was only like one hotel near Area 51, so I presume people were just camping up there, even though there weren't actually that many people who bothered to turn up, ultimately.
Okay, I haven't followed it that closely, man.
Oh man, I was, you know, it was an exciting time to be alive. And then I was like...
Watching people Naruto run?
Yeah, you got to see that behind one of the reporters.
Yes.
I mean, it was worthwhile. Hey, Ange. Thanks for dropping by the stream. Alright, I think we've got enough to get started with. 5 players is fine. I'll put up one more global chat invite. Then we'll get this show on the road. Free for all on the construction site. Let's do it.
Is it truly a free-for-all if you have friends like you and me, Counterfeit? I mean, we're watching this game, so is it truly a free-for-all? If friends are watching a game, then is it truly a free-for-all?
I mean, you're not explaining any further, you're just saying it over and over again.
Well, that's my way of explaining it.
That's not what an explanation is! I think I might get where you're going with that, which is to say that we can't win it, so it's not free for all to win. Is that what you're saying? Or is it just the old aneurysm talking? I gots to know, Deedless. I gots to know.
I always have aneurysms, man.
And which is to convey their greetings to you, Jesper. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know if you remember Antra before. What was he playing under? I think MC5 to Hacksaw or something similar, which is why it's really confusing because when people do names that are, I guess it was less confusing after Hacksaw left, but I think Anch left around the same sort of time. I think it's nice to see some old faces around the place. Hero Gaming is Simon, of course. One of the oldest. Honestly, Hero Gaming. Can't thank you enough for how long you stuck with MC5. That's right, FBI Army Man. I'm sure you were MC5 to Haxer as well, Ange.
Yeah, it rings a bell to me at least.
Oh, MC5 to Haxer, yes. Wonder Brass. Oh, I'm glad you're still in the scene. Wonder, I'm sure I haven't seen you for a little while. Am I just going crazy? Oh, so Jesper, you're going to explain what the heck it was you're talking about? Like, you know,
I'm not sure. No, I was just saying that like we're watching this game and it's supposed to be a free-for-all, but we're friends. So is it truly a free-for-all since we're watching this game as friends? Are we finding each other while we're watching this game as well?
I feel like I'm just sort of coming at this from a wrong angle, so I'm not getting what on earth it is you're talking about. Could you rephrase it?
No,
Like-
I think I'm just I think I'm confused.
So you're saying that if people play if they play a free-for-all game, but they are friends with the people they're playing with, it's no longer a free-for-all because they're going to team up with them, though we're not actually playing?
I'm confused. And I'm giving up.
Alright. A victory of sorts, guys. A victory of sorts. It is truly a glorious day to be alive. Guys, we will be getting into our finals hopefully pretty darn soon. But we have got iOS Blue coming up later on and iOS Red tomorrow as well. We do need teams for iOS Blue and Red. We've got 3 and 2 at the moment. We've had an amazing turnout for today's Android competition. 14 teams playing. It's great to be getting back into term time when folks are back from summer holidays, so we can get back those serious tournament numbers. Ant thinks Jesper is sick. Sick in the head! Ugh, ugh.
Well, I am sick. Ash, I'm always sick.
Wicked sick.
Yep.
Not
It's
as sick as an all-pink lineup.
It's my sickness. My sickness is being sick.
Huh. I mean, that does make sense.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
check in with the game.
if it didn't make sense, then I guess it wouldn't make sense.
Insightful.
Can we have a game, please?
We're in a game! Bartholomew is currently winning this free-for-all with Lauren in second place. Do come and join in. Pasky ESL123. At this point, you're fairly likely to win the free-for-all, but you can get killed a bunch and therefore determine who does win. Ooh. iOS Blue will be coming up in what? Let's see. So it's currently 7:15 here, and it'll be starting at 11. So that's what? 3 hours and 45?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, 3 hours and 45. Remember Anirudh Peter?
Yes, Anirudh Banerjee. I don't think I've spoken to Anirudh for quite a while, but I hope they're doing well. Rasso RM, if you're trying to get hold of an admin, this is definitely not the right place to do it. Oh, it's Hey Girl. Hey, it's Soldier Girl dropping by the chat. Former admin for a very long time. Soldier Girl was one of the reasons why MC5 kept running, or has kept running for as long as it has. Soldier Girl, thank you for dropping by the stream. It's always lovely to see you. And also, I hope that you have plenty of tacos.
Hey, Soldier Girl. Hope you're doing well, man. Or, not a man, but hey, Soldier Girl.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Rasa RM, don't post any evidence of anything into chat. We're not admins. This is not the way to get it done. Soldier Girl. So far, successfully managed to learn how to make tacos. Next on the agenda is burritos.
Have you ever had like a real Mexican burrito? Oh wait, no, it's not a burrito. It's a real Mexican taco. Because like, the hard shells aren't tacos.
I had tacos in Hell's Kitchen in New York, which were being made by it was a Mexican name to the restaurant, so like I presume they were as genuine as I've had so far. I guess it probably could be different in Mexico, but they were really good. They were much smaller than I thought they would be.
Yeah, like real tacos are like very small. Okay, my partner hates when I say this, but I always say that like tacos are like just small Mexican pancakes.
Ah, Soldier Girl, we miss you as well.
Oh yeah, I surely miss you, Soldier Girl. you should stop by more often.
Ah, well, we've only got a little bit of time before our finals get started. Only a little taquito. Oh, Hero Gaming Simon, like, you know, I've spent an evening now with a friend of mine who's a chef, learning how to make tacos. I'm going to learn how to make burritos, so once we have that big MC5 party, I'll definitely help out with tacos and burritos for everybody. Hurrah, hurrah.
Hurrah.
Hey, AK-47. So let's see. So hopefully we're going to have a final starting in just a moment. To be fair, actually, I've not learned how to make tacos, just taco filling. I don't know how involved, like, making genuine tacos is, but that's probably, you know, worth knowing.
I don't know. I've never really, like, made real tacos. So I wouldn't know.
Ah, okay, taquito party at Soldier Girl's house. Alright, so we've got Dragon Man versus Dignity Esports. That's what's on the bracket, but that looks a lot like Huawei's players in the lobby. So I'm just going to have a check and see, maybe...
That should be... It should be Dragon Man. Because they have LG, right?
Ange, thanks for dropping by.
Yeah, so that should be... Yeah, that's Dragon Man versus Dignity Esports.
That's what we've been told from the bracket, at least. We're just going to confirm it with our admin today, Danny W, to see if maybe that has changed. Yeah, Ange, thanks for dropping by. Well, just so we've got something on stream, I'll just show the lobby for the time being, so you guys will be kept up with information as soon as we have that information for you. It's looking... So, yeah, we've got Dragon Man with LEG over on the left-hand side. Dignity Esports, I don't think we've actually seen Dignity play. In fact, no, I think Dignity... They made it through the bottom of the bracket without actually getting the chance to be on stream. They're led by Sierra 3 and Esenjet Gamer, so I don't think any... No, Sierra 3, there we go. Sierra 3 is in the lobby, who is one of the members. So, guys, I'm assuming that Danny W is currently sorting out what's going on right now. So what we'll do instead is just pop back out of here. We'll set up a community game while this is going on, because I think it might take a little bit to sort out, and we don't want to leave you guys with nothing to look at. So ESL 123 on Android, Tier 7 and below weapons, Tier 3 and below. Let's make it a team battle. Let's go on to rooftops. And once we have confirmation the finals are going to officially begin, then we'll get started. Pompeo! Good to see you as well. Hope you'll come and quack your way into the game.
Kind of it. I'm not quite sure why you think we have Huawei players in the lobby. The players that are in the lobby belong to Dragon Man and Dignity Esports. And now they're starting the game.
Are they?
Yeah, well, you're not here.
Oh, well, that's a bummer.
Well, I'm just going to be able to spectate. Actually, let me share my screen with you. Perhaps you can then share the screen with everyone else.
Ah, perhaps. Let me see if I can get us... yes, I can hear it coming from you. So in that case, I'm going to see if I can grab it. Let's see. Is this going to work? Discord. Alright. This... I don't know how well this is going to work, but...
It's worth a try. So right now we are spectating number 5 player on the side of Dragon Man. It's a very even game here between these two teams. Right now, Dragon Man sitting at 7 kills. Dignity Esports falling a bit further behind. Trying their best to keep up even, but Black Zone MC5 have already died 3 times.
Let's see. Sorry. Well, guys.
Is it working?
It's not currently, but I'll keep trying. Keep telling us what's going on in the game, and I'll do my best to get it in if I can.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So right now, Essen one of the strong players on the side of Dignity Esports can smell victory, shooting rounds right now over towards the side of Dragon Man, but to smell those rounds while they are hot, and they smell like a clear victory for the side of Dignity Esports. It does smell like defeat as well, as right now it's the bullets coming from the side of Dragon Man that smells like a victory.
Alright, there we go. So that should get us, yes, sight of the game. So there we go. So we've got LEG, so Dragon Man over on the blue side, Black Zone, and Dignity over the other. Oh, excuse me, forgot I was doing the monitor capture. Alright, so I find myself entirely in your hands, Let's take us around this game and show us what's happening.
Yeah, well, right now you can see LEG sitting at 6 and 3, taking shots over at a Dignity Esports. LEG right now can smell all the bluff that's currently on that battlefield. And LEG does like that smell. Tries to find even more bodies to rack up.
A pretty solid start for Dragon Man here. You know, they did very, very well in their semi-final, getting the unexpected win. And now they seem to be able to press in towards that center. And Dignity, it seems like they're playing very defensively now, even while behind.
Checking in here with Doc 4K. Running over with that Commander Shield. Not gonna be quite enough here to take down anyone. Doc does go down, and instead let's check in with Sierra. Sierra sitting at 3 and 7. That's a household name. I do think I've seen Sierra before and seen them perform quite well. But Dragman, this team consisting of dragons, coming out here and pouring fire down upon all the members from Dignity Esports. And well, you know what? They're just getting burned. I can smell that right here, Counterfeit. How it's just going in the favor of Dragon Man.
It's been a pretty tough game so far. When we've had some extremely competitive games coming through the series so far. It's looking like now, you can never tell how the two sides of the bracket are really going to play out. Essen, though, goes crazy.
What was that? Essen with that Cog V. Let's swap over to them. Yeah, there we go. 12 and 8. Essen on fire, trying to carry this back here for Dignity Esports, but Dragon Man still quite far up by 8 kills total. LEG comes in and finds a kill, and then immediately does give a bit more power back into the hands of Dragon Man as number 3 comes in and picks up the slack.
Dragon Man definitely pouring out the heat on Dignity right now, who are feeling it crisp them up. Just a couple more kills and this first game will be done. Apologies for confusing before, guys, but this is our first grand finals game. It is best of 5, so we're only just getting started, but it's a 12 kill advantage. Dragon Man, after a decisive semi-final win, look to continue those winning ways and crush game number 1.
Oh, absolutely, Counterfeit. That was such a well-played game right here from Dragon Man. Honestly, they came in and said, this could taste like victory, and if we are just able to win the first game, then we set ourselves on the path to success, to the grand finals championship title. And honestly, they just started to walk that path, and they are walking it quite fine.
Well, guys, of course, we'll have that game 2 for you as quick as we can. Dragon Man definitely setting themselves up as a team to watch coming into this finals. We'll just have to see how it plays out.
Don't do it.
Alright, so this the kill count is something we're kind of bringing in for today. Oh, of course, that's right. Alright, so we'll be back in 7 minutes left with that game number 2. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back. There. Rah. Come and join us, everyone. It looks like we have got enough time to sneak in a team battle before all is said and done. So come and join us.
Counterfeit, we said it would be the last one.
We lied. That's right, we are the princes of lies.
Wait, I'm a king, bro.
Oh. Well, this is awkward. Sorry, Dad.
You are... Okay, Sonny.
If you want to be particularly British, calling someone Sonny Jim is a good way to be offensively British.
Sonny Jim.
What there, Sonny Jim? Ooh, ooh. Oh,
Sure.
So guys, ESL123 on Android, do come and spend your time with us. That's right, yes, so Danny W, our admin's letting us know there's going to be a little bit of a delay on the game number 2.
Yeah, we do have a protest, so our admin will just try and figure that out.
Eh.
As soon as possible.
Lester Daniel Flores Nunez, welcome to the stream. We're going to try and get a community game going just to kill a little bit of time to let our admin do their invaluable work. Kareem Pitman, I see you, my boy. Sanket, welcome, welcome. Let's get you guys added up as friends. We'll make sure to spam invites to everybody who comes in. So if you guys want priority entry to our MC5 community games, do add me up as a friend, or even Deedless himself. I think I generally end up hosting, so I think I'm the only one who can invite anyway.
Yeah, I would just add Counterfeit. Generally, he puts up the games. So, guys, as Counterfeit said, if you want Premier entrance, add up Mr. Hardnell.
Looks like we may not have enough people at this time of the stream, so let me just have a quick check around and see what we've got here. No, yes, this is the one which doesn't have the Battle Royale in it. Because I'm too poor.
Are you too poor?
I am. I'm poor in my soul. Alright. Let's put on the streets then. I think we'd really like to get a few more people on the streets. And we're back again. Kareem, let's go get him, my boy! I'm not really sure what Kareem is really getting at, but they seem to be having a good time, and that's all that really matters ultimately. Hoorah! Lobby back up now on streets. Let's get ourselves some folks in here who are ready to butt heads with the competition.
Or headbutts.
I feel the world would be a much more peaceful place, or at least much smellier place if people do that.
Yeah, well, you know what, I think if people had butts for heads, it would probably be simultaneously a more quiet world, but probably also a more scary world.
So wait, are you saying that they would have two butts, or that their faces would be where their posteriors are currently?
I'm not sure. Probably the latter.
So you kind of... I mean, would that make it better? It would just mean that people's heads were a lot lower, and their butts were a lot higher. Would that mean that people would... So
yes.
They would butt butts rather than butting heads?
Yes. Exactly. Yes.
It's a strange, new, and terrifying world you have presented for us here. I hope it does not come to pass.
Well, that makes two of us.
I don't know. It looks like we might not have enough folks at this time of the evening. Welcome, welcome. If not, then we'll just take a regular break while we try and get things sorted out. If you guys do have anything which you need to talk to the admins about, please do take it to the admin ticket. So I'd imagine that they're currently dealing with things at the moment. So
that is generally the easiest way to get a hold of admins.
But yes, if it's we will as we find out anything about the state of the tournament itself, we will keep you guys updated. So there's no need to file a ticket with admin just to kind of find out what's going on, because we can relay that to you. I believe, okay, it looks like we are fairly close to getting a game back in again. So since we don't seem to have enough players for the custom game at the moment, what we'll do instead is we'll take ourselves a short break. So when we return, we'll have that grand final for you. We'll catch you guys in a few minutes time. Grab yourselves a drink, get yourselves ready, and the finals will begin again shortly.
Hey,
back, guys, as we are just trying to get a little bit of time before we get some updates on our files, so please to come and join in ESL 123 or the global chat invite. Shan, Bosk, yes, Bosk are plenty. I think there's a reason why a lot of the kill of the weeks involve Bosks and like. Pose OP, welcome. I hope you'll come and join us as well on Android, if that's possible. Throwing out the big guns. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But do make sure, Pose OP, if you're looking for those gains, hit up those triceps. They are bigger than your biceps, and so you'll get those returns just a little bit faster. To copy, we will get started once we got a couple more players in. Alright. To copy, are you one of the players in here? In which case, thank you. If not, then come and join. We'll see if we can grab a few more. Dalton Brown, welcome to the stream. I'm glad to hear you love this game. Well, you're in at the right place. Are you not? Once they come and join in, we'll get this game started. If you're on Android, if you've been playing in the tournament, we're more than happy to have you along for our community games. Or I suppose you can just hang out in the unassigned players, I suppose. A question about MC5. Well, do a best answer. What is your question? It's always a good way to start when someone says, I have a question. Alright, there we go. That's enough to get started with, so we're just killing a little bit of time while we wait for our teams to come back to us. Apologies for this, guys. When you open the game, it shows disconnected from server. I'm afraid we don't, on this stream, we don't have any technical knowledge of the game, I'm afraid. We are just humble commentators. You want us to fix it?
Are you humble?
I'm the humblest. Andrew, that's very direct of you to tell us to fix it, but unfortunately that's not within our power to do. We would only ask you to contact customer care. That's support.gameloft.com. It's great you do want to play the game though. I hope customer care can sort you out, but we have no technical knowledge of the game whatsoever. So I'm afraid we can't provide you with any answers in that respect. Alright, so Dealers, are you going to play this one?
Yeah, sure.
Kind of got you there to pad the numbers.
I need to figure out how I actually Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's give this a try. I'm not sure it's gonna go very well. Because I need to. Oh man, this is so hard. I'm aiming with my mouse while shooting with my mouse. Wait, what's happening? Someone flashed me. I'm not even sure which weapon I'm using. This is so confusing, kind of it.
You're using a tier 2 Charback, I believe. It's one of the first unlocks you get while playing MC5. Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj?
Yeah, Nicki Minaj has been playing with us today.
Yeah. Welcome to stream, Nicki Minaj. Wait, why is this not dealing any damage? Wait, I killed someone.
You did?
Yeah. Apparently my weapon actually deals damage.
Well, that's a good start. I think you could go for melee kills. Because you can do those just as well as anyone else can.
You know what? I think that's going to be the solution. It's going to be way easier to do that.
Guys, let us know how many kills you think Daedalus will be able to get by the end of this community game. Doing alright so far, 2 and 2. I'd probably wouldn't recommend. I recommend against using your pistol because the that's a tier 1 versus the tier 2 of your child tech. I think the.
Well, you don't get to decide that, my dude.
I'm not deciding it. I'm merely suggesting it.
Oh, I see some people that needs to be knifed. Come here, my friends.
I
Come
think
here,
you could have
get
just
knifed.
shot them quite easily from up on there, but
Nah,
I think you're the one being chased now.
I am. Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Huh.
Oh no, they were first.
Which key do you need to press in order to knife someone?
I think it's usually E, but I guess it depends.
Oh.
We're playing on Android, aren't we? So it should be something you tap on the screen.
Yeah, that's true. That makes it a bit harder then.
Oh no, everyone's going after you. Of course it's a team battle, isn't it? I forgot it wasn't a free-for-all.
That's true.
You need to stick with your team, dealers. You are way away from everyone. That's why you got just completely dogpiled there.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it is a team battle. That's why I thought my gun dealt no damage.
Because you were shooting your teammates.
Yeah, I thought it was actually just a... Okay. You know what? I'm gonna rage quit.
Alright, well, we'll have to rely on some other folks. But it's looking like it's a... oh boy, I think this is one of our ESL players actually that's destroying everyone, though it's a little hard to tell. Aiden. Give Dealus a break. He doesn't play on Android very often. I think both with some more PC players. But hey, you know, we're all here to have fun. So, you know, be chill. Be chill. I think this is going to be a pretty one-sided free-for-all though, because I think the red team have completely taken over. One of the blue team is just hiding in the corner. So I think this one's going to be pretty short. Unfortunately, I think the team didn't end up terribly balanced. But hey, that's the way it goes sometimes. We'll do our best to try and balance in the future. We'll keep an eye out for certainly. I know that's a lot of time when it's soldier players, they are very, very new. A bit like Dealers was there. Not that, no flame, of course.
Of course.
Oh man, a tier 3 support weapon. Don't see that very often. Rock S. Yep, it's gonna be tough. Alright. Tell you what. We'll ride out the rest of this game, then we'll host another game. Hopefully we can catch everyone from here and try and divide them up a bit more evenly. So if we... Let's see, so I guess it's really Dinan and the player with the presumably Japanese name, who are scoring most of the points here. So I guess we'll try and get them split up if we can. But hey, I guess we're not watching Kills of the Week right now, but we are seeing some pretty impressive kill streaks. Interesting that the... what I've got, I can't quite tell because the gold over gold is a little hard to read. But this... Oh, that's right, this player's stolen the tier 3 support weapon from one of the newer players in there, and I think he's using it to stall on folks. Will I never? And yes, that's a gun that does very little damage. Against tier 1 armor though, it's pretty alright. I don't think we're seeing here any one of those, like the save of the tier 1 recon weapon. I don't think we're seeing any real possibility of this being a surprise ESL contender in the future, but there has actually been a reasonable amount of players who've been breaking out weapons, especially from the Morph class, that you wouldn't expect. Yeah, I think the tier 4 shotgun, I believe, and the tier 6 assault rifle, both have actually seen play because the Morph as a class is so strong, and the Bounty Hunter, the ERG is still legal in some places. I mean, we're seeing a lot of that in competitive play.
Yeah, you're making some good points, kind of it. Well, I remember it's like, what, 6 years or 6 months ago, people didn't use the Cock V, and now that's like a household gun, more or less. So you do see guns come into the market and become popular in MC5. Things change, kind of it.
War. War never changes.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's why you have to use exact change. Otherwise, you'll miss out. Guys, we're going to start up another community game. ESL 1, 2, 3. We are waiting on an update from our admin as to what's going on with the finals. Just have a quick check on the bracket and see if anything's...
I do think we are about to get an update. Our admin, Danny W, currently typing something in our coordination chat. So hopefully we'll be able to give you guys an update as soon as possible. But let's wait and see what's going to happen. It's up to Danny W, of course.
So do come and join us. ESL 1, 2, 3. This could easily be our last game today. So we'd love to have you along for the ride. We're heading to overtime. Hopefully you'll be able to find the time to drop by and spend a little of that time with us today. Gabriel Neto, welcome to the stream. We will be, again, we're back in at just under 3 hours for our first iOS competition, so I hope you guys will come and join us for that. Dave Lowell, welcome, welcome. Let's find you a few more folks to play with.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so there has been an admin decision. Dragon Man will be winning this tournament as Dignity Esports will be disqualified due to an admin decision.
Alright, so sorry guys, as W said, it's not really the ending we're hoping for today's competition. But I think that's probably a decent place as anything to wrap up. Again, we'll be back in 3 hours' time with our next ESL competition. Apologies again for the delays today. Don't know quite what played out, but we'll hope to see you either later on today or tomorrow. I've been Counterfeit. He's been Dealers. Please do follow Modern Combat on their various platforms if you haven't already to get notifications for our future tournaments. And do look for Dealers Cast on social media and Counterfeit Cast myself if you'd like to follow us personally. For now though, thank you guys again. Thank you to Danny W for running the tournament today. Hero Gaming Simon for being the moderator. We will get this game started, but then we'll call this stream to an end. Thank you guys so much for spending your time with us today, and we'll see you again, hopefully later or tomorrow.